Hello, this is a test. I think you should be able to hear me, I just wasn't talking. Can you hear me? I can hear you clicking around. There we are. Yeah, I was just kind of fiddling with, what's it called? OBS, OGS, ODS, whatever. This is just my goof around base that I was trying to play with. Really? That's kind of silly. Right. Right. Okay. And then just stream directly to your YouTube. Now, couldn't you? No, never mind. That'd be too hacky. That would work though. I was gonna say, what if you were to stream your browser of my YouTube channel? This true. I just installed it. Okay. Right. I think they should be able to. I don't know if you want to turn on the audio for the stream and see if you can hear anything from the past 2 minutes. Alright, so let's see. Sources. I have it down pretty low. let's see, what's this? Advanced audio properties. Audio monitoring, okay. Sources. Audio input capture. Okay, it's default. And let's say audio output capture. I'm going to set that to digital audio as well. So now, let's see, I should turn on this mic auxiliary.
Okay, I can now hear the sounds from your game.
You should shortly be able to hear you talking.
And there we go. I can hear me too. I'm gonna mute that. So, I'm nice and loud. Your mic is a little bit soft. So what you might want to do is bump the volume of your game, your computer input down, and the volume of your microphone up, if it's not already at max. That way, if people bump their sound up, they'll get a nice even balance.
Alright, let's see. Recording devices. Oh, that's turned all the way up.
Okay, so just turn the computer sound down. I don't know how your version of OBS is. I haven't updated in like 10 versions. But with mine, there's like a big channel area, a big square that says mixer, and it's got mic, aux, desktop audio, and webcam. And then it's got 3 sliding bars, one for each. You just put one down a bit, which would be your mic. I'm sorry, which would be your desktop audio, to somewhere in like the middle, and that should give people a better balance.
Okay, so I turned down desktop audio. I see my input is actually pretty high. When I talk.
Yeah, really, it goes real high. Let me check out what your stream sounds like now.
These guys are about to die. Don't die, people. Yeah, 2 people are suffocating. They're like about to die.
I think it's just that you're quiet.
Yeah, I'm also.
And I'm loud because I've got a YouTube streaming microphone, so that might also be why I'm picking up louder. Okay, so do we want to do this?
Sure, or we could just.
How do we want to do this? Do you want to stream to my YouTube, or do you want to stream to your YouTube, and I'll just tell people about it?
Yeah, let me see something. Can I host another streamer on my YouTube channel? I believe you can add a section with someone else's live video and title the section whatever you want. On the YouTube gaming site, the section will show up as a tab. It should be the first tab.
YouTube gaming. Let me try that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I usually just go through basic YouTube here. If I go to YouTube game.
Yeah, I'm streaming through YouTube gaming right now.
It's like kind of the same and kind of not. All right, so you said something about the first tab.
Let's see. I have.
What the fuck is that?
Channel binding. So if you go to live.
What is this shitty?
Stream options. DVR, that's normal stuff.
Yeah, and when I do the go live button, it just takes me to the normal YouTube live dashboard. So I don't know what the stupid heart is. And then I've got the little gaming menu here. There's home, live, games, channels, collection, subscriptions, my channel, history, watch later, settings, help and feedback, terms of service, contract. What if I do help and then do host? Useless. Fucking useless. Yeah, I really don't think it's possible. Which is a bit shit.
Yeah. Why can you... Maybe under advanced settings.
What the fuck is advanced setting? All this setting.
Let's see, gaming. Oh, embedding? No.
No.
Oh shit. Someone dying? No. Okay, good. Oh, it's getting warm in there.
Alright, let me take one more peek
shit.
here.
I have no oxygen. Oh, that's why I am out of algae.
Oh!
You find something?
No, I'm just... no, not at all.
Huh.
Fuck. Syndication, monetized, captions, promotions, recording, comments, DVR, latency, delay. No. Yeah, I think it's only Twitch that lets you do it, which sucks, but I mean, it's surprising given YouTube is still kind of getting into this shit.
Yeah, that's true.
So again, two options. I could just post to yours and we could just do a little live thing there and I'll comment as I'm watching your video. Or two, I can give you the stream key to my YouTube and you stream there and same thing.
I mean, we could just do the one to mine.
Okay, that's what we'll do then.
I don't need really.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pimp out your video.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to make your video big so I can see more of it and pop out the live chat so I can actually read the live chat. So your screen goes blank every once in a while. I'm assuming that's because you're moving to like Discord or something similar to that. Okay. Do you know how to or want to make me a chat moderator?
Sure.
Honestly, I don't even know what the fuck the chat moderator codes are. You'll need to grab my my YouTube channel link to make me a moderator, but it's just it's very simple. I'll type it in the chat. That's my channel. Oh, remove a web address. Well, fuck you. I'll put it in your Discord private. There, if you... I think you need that in order to make me a mod. Oh, fuck. I fucked up an HTTP code. Really?
Alright, so let's see.
There we go.
I can't just, like, click on you and say make moderator? Yeah.
No,
moderator.
because... Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fucking... Alright, well, I guess it's better then. I mean, I'm glad it's better. It used
I
to be
just
shit.
clicked on the hamburger thing next to you, and I went to add moderator.
Awesome. Okay, now I'm a moderator.
That was difficult.
So now I should be able to do shit to other people. Cool. All right, let's do this. Let's get you live here. So are you going to start over?
Yeah, I'll start a new one.
Start a brand new game, and then we'll do like a little intro. You can talk about your game.
Yeah.
About all the things and what makes it cool and what makes you like it and all that other shit.
If you want to wait till maybe we get one other person, so maybe we can like name some people and stuff.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, you can name your villagers or whatever. All right, first I'm gonna run out and get a glass of wine, but first I'm gonna pimp out the channel. So,
all right.
What you should do is you should go back to like the start menu, start a brand new, get ready to start a brand new game. And
how do I should get rid of the preview. Because I think that slowed my game a lot whenever I click on something. And I guess I can't
right.
Chat
so there are a lot of little settings you might want to tweak in OBS to make it go better.
I think just doing that actually made it a lot better. Alright, so now I have the chat up, so now I can see the chat. That way if someone says anything...
Yep.
Cool.
So under settings in OBS, there's one for output. You can adjust your video bit right there. Mine's usually at 2400, but I'm assuming you have like amazing internet. Encoder, software, audio bitrate.
How do I know what my bit is at?
Well, so if you go to OBS, on the right side, there's the start streaming, start recording, studio mode, and then there's settings. If you click settings and then go to the third tab down, it should be called output.
Yeah, output.
Then there should be a box for streaming.
It says bitrate says 10,000.
That's pretty high.
It did
You might want to bring that down.
It did the bandwidth test and automatically
Oh,
configured.
okay. Shit, that's pretty cool.
Apparently,
your encoder preset is at ultra fast?
I think encoder preset, let me pull that back up. Encoder, quality. I don't see encoder preset.
It was under the output streaming box. It's like the 6th option down.
Just
encoder
encoder
preset
hardware. Or encoder preset. I don't see that.
Go down below that. Oh, I don't fucking know. Again, I have an older version,
I think I set it to
so
low.
maybe it's different. Okay.
I think I set it to low. So it's like
higher uses less CPU, so if you're having trouble with running the game and OBS at the same time, setting it to ultra fast is like normal. So there's also a video tab where you can max out your FPS at 30 or whatever you think you can handle.
According to this, I'm getting 60 FPS and I'm transferring at 5.2 megs a second.
Okay.
So that should be pretty good, I guess. I don't know how the audio of the game sounds at the moment.
Audio sounded like it was okay when I was listening. I did have some skipping, but that could be my end as well. Okay, well, we'll just run it and see how it goes. People will let you know if they're not seeing it right. Okay, so bring up your screen back whenever you get a chance. So basically, you might want to, since you've gone to a windowed mode, you might have to adjust things in OBS to make the screen look right again.
Let's pull up the game, the YouTube chat, so I can see. I need a third monitor.
I do it all in one. It would be a hell of a lot easier if I had two, though. Holy shit.
Right, there we go. So now I'm at the main screen. I'll wait for it to catch up.
Yep. 3 people watching. Interesting. Is it you twice?
Me, you, and... Actually, you know what? It is me twice.
Alright, I'm gonna go get that glass of wine. I'll be right back.
Oh, that's what I did. So... There we go.
Okay, I see the menu.
Yeah, I disabled video, not thinking that I removed the preview, but then I actually removed the preview.
I see.
Okay, there we go. And I'm only viewing it myself.
Okay. Cool. Oxygen not included.
So
are you all set?
I'm all set, and I'll kind of talk through the game, what I've learned, and what I've also have yet to learn. So
let me bring people on board here.
I just got your text.
Wow, that's really shit.
I have terrible reception at my house.
Reception.
Can't
Okay.
wait to see if it's better at the new house.
Yeah. Also, I've always had problems sending text messages to Android phones from an iPhone. So let me go ahead and...
Yeah, they really have one bar.
Tweet. I tweetered.
How many followers do you have?
Depends on Twitter. Let me check. I have 541 followers on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm kind of not a big deal. Hello, weird guy. Welcome. Welcome to Chats.
Oh, cool. So that gives that gives 3 of us to have names, unless someone else pops in. Although it still says 2 people are watching, and
It'll catch up. Yeah, YouTube's thing will... Yeah, I know. It's just fucking terrible, isn't it?
do you know who specifically was asking about oxygen not included?
I can't remember, actually. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. Somebody from my live stream was like, hey, have you heard of that game? I had a big live stream yesterday. I was playing on 2B2T Minecraft. And I had 40 people watching, and it was just all ask me anything type thing.
That's cool. I played a little bit of PlayerUnknown last night.
Yeah.
They put the new test release on the servers, which is pretty cool. All right.
Okay.
So I guess we can start.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's do a new game. So we could do custom settings, in which case we can make everybody super weak. Immune systems, make it harder, or we can make them strong. So I guess the delay is going to be, you know what, I want to get rid of the delay. How do you get rid of the delay?
There's only so much you can do for delay on YouTube. You can go to your YouTube live stream thing, and there's like a setting for like ultra fast latency. Hell, I might have to bring up my own live stream settings just to remember where exactly it is. You may actually have to restart the stream to do it, but it only takes like a few seconds. You stop OBS, you hit the button, you start it. Let me check.
Oh, I see it now.
You see it?
For real-time interaction, near real-time. All right, you know what? Let's
Yep, that's the one you want.
I'll stop the stream. I'll adjust that real quick, and then I'll start it back up. All right, so let's put the streaming back on. So let's do and turn down the desktop audio a bit because I don't have. Let's see if that's any better. And actually, I will turn down my game audio as well. I don't know if that's any better.
It will make a difference, but the main thing is if you have the slider in OBS, you can drop desktop audio down real low, and then people can, you know, bump their computer volume up so they hear me at about the same volume as you.
I could also turn you down in Discord, I suppose.
You could do that as well. That's another. There's plenty of options. Plenty of ways that we can get this done. I'm going to close my OBS here because I don't got the...
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Looks like it's just you, me, and Weird Guy right now, but we'll see if we can get a few others to join us.
Well, let's see if that made it any better. So, let's see. Do we want to do any custom, or do we want to just leave it as default?
That's up to you, man. How much of this game has you played?
Well, I got a little bit of time into it. Let's leave it default. Let's see where we go.
Yeah. Because I've never seen this game. This is literally my first time laying eyes on it.
So, pretty much you can do you can customize your immune systems, your stress responses, and some other little things that your duplicates have. Your duplicates are like little characters that you control and tell to do stuff. So think of, remember Dungeon Keeper?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you're digging out areas and you're making different spots to, you know, build specific items and other things. So
weird. Have you seen my my RimWorld games or RimWorld live streams?
I looked at a few of your RimWorld videos, not specifically like all the different things in it.
Yeah.
I saw something with like fire and everybody dying, which
Oh
was
god, it was horrible. Weird guy says it's RimWorld but space, which is funny because RimWorld is basically, it's not space, but it's, you know, future. So it's like crash landing on a planet type situations.
sure.
So I already like the character designs here with bubbles.
Let's see.
Rock,
What should we name the colony?
Oh shit! What should we name this colony? How about live stream colony?
Okay, I was gonna go with RimWorld but space.
Let's do that. RimWorld but space.
Okay, so we're starting our colony, RimWorld but space. So here you have different characters. You can see their attributes. You can see some traits that are good. You can see some traits that are bad. Now, Phil, this is a little weird for you because you're going to hear my voice before you see the reactions on the video.
Yep. I don't think it's too far behind. It might be like 5 to 10 seconds, so it'll be okay.
So
everyone else will be fine.
Yeah. Then you have your additional traits that go on what type of decorations they expect, in which case the certain decor and certain food quality affects the overall stress of the duplicants. And then you have when they reach 100% stress or high stress, they begin reacting to their stress, and here you can see what their stress reactions are as well. There's also some little additional little quips about them.
Sure. So, for example, like Bubbles here is a binge eater, and she also has a bottomless stomach, which I'm assuming takes more to fill up her stomach.
Bottomless stomach means that her calorie change rate is minus 500 calories per cycle. So she needs to eat more than others, like you said.
Right.
And she's germ resistant, so she has increased immune system per cycle. Now, you can shuffle all these to get your starting 3 that you want to be. Generally, let's see, we have Nicola, who is Iron Gut, so he's resistant to diarrhea. And he's a pacifist, so he won't fight. Now, fighting isn't much of an impact on the game at this point, but he has high athletics, so he can kind of move around a lot. So we're going to go with, we're going to stay with Nicola, and we're going to, want to name him after you? We can name him after you.
Yeah, sure, I'll be Nicola. Yeah, with games like this,
you're the athletic guy.
Yeah, with that makes sense. With RimWorld live streams, usually we love to do just whatever the dice roll out for you. That's what you fucking go with, man.
And, okay. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to change this a little bit. So usually what I like to do is I like to find somebody that has decent learning, because one of the main things that early on in the game is research. So you want someone that has decent learning. So this guy, Ren, he has +4 learning, which is good, but then at the same time he has Loud Sleeper, which can be a pain in the butt if you're not, if you don't mitigate for it, which I've learned how to mitigate for that, so we'll stick with Ren.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm actually an early bird, so he has a +2 bonus to all skills in the morning, and his stress response is to vomit. He's also a Loud Sleeper, so since Marissa complains about my sleeping, I'm going to take Ren. Alright, so now our next one, we might want to get someone that's good at construction, but does not have a lot of, the heck, I forget what I was going to say, but a binge eating. So now we have Ada. We got +4 construction. We've got decent creativity, which will come into play a little bit later. High immunity and high tinkering. Now she has poor learning, but at the same time, we already have our learning person, so that doesn't matter. Yeah. She's a grease monkey, so that's where +5 tinkering, and she's a slow learner. That's where her net -3, and stress response is vomiter. Now, in the game, you can actually take when they vomit. You can actually make the floor out of mesh, so when they vomit, all the vomit collects at the bottom, and you're essentially get them to 100% stress, and then you have free water because you just clean their vomit.
Wow.
I've never done this, but it's a thing you can do.
This is the worst colony ever.
Alright, so what should we name Ada?
Not that I've ever done that, or anything like it.
It might be weird to name Ada Weird Guy, because she's a female.
Well, that's, again, everybody understands and respects the the what do you call it? This is known. It's known that you will be named Weird Guy and be a girl. By the way, we've got a couple other people who have showed up
Yeah,
in
I
the
see
chat
that.
here. We've got Scuba the
So-
Marshmallow and Jacoby and Haley. All of these guys are frequent visitors to my channel. So hey guys, welcome. This is my old high school buddy, Sergeant Sin. He's here to show us a game called Oxygen Not Included, which you guys have been asking me about. I've never seen or played it. I'm totally new to it, but we're gonna be learning a little bit about it today, and it's similar to RimWorld, so should be good.
So I went ahead and named Weird Guy, or Ada Weird Guy, because
Yep.
he's the first one in here. And as we get more duplicants, which shouldn't take very long, we'll add more. So then we just click Embark, and this is our new randomly generated world.
Nice.
Oh no, we've broken out into a strange, distant world or asteroid, and we don't know how we got here. So here I'll zoom out and I'll pause the game a little bit. So here we can kind of explore the area and see what we have to work with from the start off. Now, you have to collect resources like any normal game, and one of the things you also have to do is maintain oxygen levels. Now, there's tons of different overlays based on what you're doing, so you can see in this oxygen overlay that we have very breathable gas in a few different areas, and then we have carbon dioxide, which obviously is not breathable in others. So this game brings on a somewhat scientific feel because the gases actually have accurate weights to them, and you have to keep track of the temperatures and such in the area as well. So I'm just going to go through a bit of the HUD just to give you guys an overview. Up here you have your general information, the current immune systems and current stress, as well as how many people we have, what cycle, stuff like that. Cycle is essentially a day. And here you can pause, speed, and this is basically like everybody wake up and get to work. I don't care what's going on. You're not sleeping. You're working through this. Basically, that's obviously red alert.
I see that we require toilets. That seems fucking important.
Yes, because otherwise they just pee all over the place.
We're just gonna fucking shit everywhere.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
shit
great.
everywhere. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to jobs, and now since we had specific people that were better than others, I'm going to remove new duplicants and the existing from doing research, because we only want them on research. And just the same, I'm going to remove the other two people from power, because we have two people with good athletics that can do power. Power, when you start off, is basically them running on a hamster wheel. So good athletics comes in handy. And another thing is, let's see, where is, oh, it's not available yet. Oh, art, there it is. You want to have someone that is good at art to do all of your art. Now, for creativity is not great. Hopefully we'll get a better duplicant for that later. And there's a few other overlays that we'll get to as we go. And here you have different diets. It shows, I very rarely use this tab, but basically you can restrict what certain things other people will eat so that you can have more food available for others. Vital health, of course, and you get a daily report that shows how much oxygen you generated versus how much you used, and a whole bunch of other things. So it's very intricate game, actually.
Yeah. It is very
cool.
Reminiscent of RimWorld. Got a lot of similar mechanics. Got a lot of similar depth to it. It looks good. I'm excited.
So one of the first things we do, since we don't have any items, we need to start digging. So I generally like to build a decent little area around me. So let's dig over there. Let's dig over here. And this is going to give us some sandstone, which will let us build some ladders, because, ladders built out of sand sounds like they should work pretty well. But basically it just counts as a raw mineral in building tasks. So let's unpause, and I sped it up a little bit, and they got to work. And we're collecting some sandstone. And while they dig, actually I'm going to slow this down a little bit. While they dig, I'm going to go over some of the things here. So you have oxalate, which is it's a start-off ore. You don't really find it too much, but Oxalate produces oxygen before you have the ability to, generate it in your own means. So we have a few different oxalate. You have algae, which is useful for generating oxygen early on as well. And copper ore, which is useful because it's a raw metal, and that's how you build majority of the things you need in the game.
Whoa, you're getting attacked by some kind of shit crab.
Yes. So, where'd it go? Where'd it go? So there are, like, these little animals that they tend to burrow in the sand and in the dirt, and they will jump out and they will attack you. Now, you could tell your guys to kill them. Oh, he just fell. You can tell your guys to kill them. However, what they will do is they will actually walk around, eat raw minerals that are on the ground, and poop out coal.
Oh,
so
shit.
Then
coal seems important,
yeah.
So I would, leave those fuckers around.
So I'm actually going to cancel this digging because we actually got enough resources for now. One of the things I like to do is I like to expand my base area a little bit. So let's see, we have 2 on each side. Let's go another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, went a little bit too far. And then we're going to add some ladders. Now this will become apparent a little bit later on why I did 3 ladders like this. But basically, I do 3 ladders because when you are moving pipes and electricity and other things throughout your colony, having multiple areas that can go up and down the floors without making it look like a mess is fairly useful.
Yeah, I can imagine if you got guys going up and down at the same time, it might be a pain.
Now they've come across with different updates that have, let's uproot that. Different updates that have given cool things like a fire pole so that they can go down really fast, and you have plastic ladders and stuff that add better disease mitigation because you have to deal with diseases as well. Let's even this out.
Okay, so I saw that you collected some muck root there.
Yes, so
what's that?
Muck root is basically a food source that if you go into, so you can click on it here. All right, buried muck root. So it's not going to show me it until I harvest it. But if I go into edible muck root, seedless fruit with an upsettingly bland aftertaste, and it can't be replanted. So it can kind of be a food source, but it is quality grizzly, so it's disgusting. But it adds a little bit of extra calories. And we start off with, let's see how much food. Oh, edible here. You start off with 20 kilograms of nutrient bars, which goes by pretty quick, especially when you're starting with the game on high speed. So you have to find a food source fairly quickly. And unfortunately, in order to get the food source, you need to do research. To get planter boxes and stuff like that, you need to do research. So why don't we get let's see, I need to get some raw mineral before I can actually build any research station. So your duplicants are able to build 4 blocks high, or dig, I should say. So we're going to put a floor in every 4 blocks and leave a little space. And let's do this. And this way we get some additional resources. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Now, we do need toilets, so let's get a toilet going. Oh. Well, they fell asleep before we were able to build a cot.
Yeah.
So, we just ran out of time for that. So, one of the things we can do, let's build them bedrooms. Let's get that going. Now, they've added a new thing in the game where you can actually build rooms. And I just went into the room overlay, which you'll see in a second. And when you have a barracks, which is 1 bedroom and a minimum of 12 tiles, they will sleep in a bed and restore additional stamina over what they would if they were just sleeping in a normal bed.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm gonna build a bedroom. Let's see. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and let's make room for 4 people for right now. This is gonna be the bedroom area. And in order for it to be a bedroom, it has to have a door. So I'm going to put these doors in place. And now one of the cool things is you can actually put stuff in place before it actually is dug out and stuff.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Terraria as well.
They just peed all on the floor right here, so that's kind of gross.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we did not get the toilets up or the beds. Things are bad.
Let's see, toilets. Where is medicine? No. Plumbing. Ah, there we go. Let's build an outhouse.
Fuck, that was a lot of pee.
Yeah, piss everywhere. Let's see, how much was it?
Like a goddamn geyser.
It's what, 2,000 grams of liquid? And it contains food poisoning. So you wanna mop that up. Let's get rid of that. Is there anything else we need to mop up? No, that's good. Alright, so let's up the priority on these, so you can adjust the priority so that they focus on different things, of course. So now they're going to focus on the bedrooms.
I saw him swear because he was stepping in piss.
Yeah, so when they step in something that's wet, they will actually get increased stress and kind of complain a bit. So here we have one bed. And you can assign it to people, or just kind of let it go. Since we did bedrooms, and there's doors and walls, our loud sleeper should not really affect it too much, the other people.
Right.
Otherwise, you have someone keeping the other people up. And since I slept on the floor, you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff that they're complaining about.
Yeah.
I apparently have light wounds. I'm dirty and I need a shower, and I'm holding breath because, oh crap, we are basically out of oxygen.
Yeah, I saw that little note up there saying insufficient oxygen generation.
So
now, is that just because we're in little rooms here that have no oxygen production? Yeah, because it looks like he ran back to the main room to get a breath from the stone.
Right. So because we don't have oxygen really flowing, it kind of takes a while for it to go out. Plus this wall here, we don't have access to all this stuff over here. Oh, look, just in time for them to get into bed. Oh, but I have no
fucking die of carbon dioxide poisoning if they go to sleep in there.
So apparently the loud sleeping would affect her if it was a little bit closer. But she's not, so, well, he, technically. And you're gonna pass out and die of...
Oh god, no!
You're gonna suffocate in your sleep, so that sounds great. And you're
I gotta keep waking up and running out and
jumping all over the place. So let's up the
we
priority.
made it through the night.
Yeah, you're good. So I'm gonna up the priority as well in the other areas that we can. Oh look, we're eating the muck root. Yum.
The piss-covered muck root?
Yeah, no, not that one. Maybe. We'll see.
Dude, what the fuck?
Actually, you know what? I had them pick that up. I believe I told them to mop it. I don't know if it's actually there or not. There's
I don't actually see the way.
Looks. So we can also do this, and let's drop off some storage containers. And
this looks really good. I haven't, I don't really have the time or the money to invest in another game right now, but definitely looks like something that that the regulars might enjoy watching me stream. It's got a very RimWorld feel. Yeah, it's cool. It's good. It's good. It's got a lot of data.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. So I just let's see. I just put down a lot of stuff. So I put down a couple storage compactors so that we can get some of this stuff off the ground, clean up our work area a little bit, and I've also built 2 generators, little hamster wheels, and I built a couple batteries. So kind of got to build all this stuff up, and I'll also get some wire. Now, you can do wire a lot of different ways. I am a bit of a nerd, so I like to do it all nice and pretty, so it uses a lot more resources this way, but it's hidden and out of the way and looks better.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're actually out of resources, but we have a new duplicant. So let's see who's joining us. So let's see, who's the next person to say something? Scuba, the marshmallow. So now, these are 3 new possible duplicates that we can get. Now, we can only pick one, and we cannot rotate these. So, what we get here is what we have. So
damn, that last one though, Camille there looks really fucking good.
So she's good, however, check this out. She can't cook, so her +1 in cooking is pointless. Her noodle arms, -3 strength, so she would have had +2, which is pretty good. And she's an interior decorator, which gives +5 creativity, which is great. And but it also does increase her decor expectation to a 0.
So let me throw out some strategy here. So I think we already have somebody who's got an okay creativity doing our art. Is that correct?
Correct. I believe it's like a 4. Now, I don't need to press it here, so I can go back and I can go and let's see. What do we have? Jobs. We have art. Yeah, it's a 4.
Okay. And then we've got one of these 3 guys here is Ashkan, who's got a fantastic cooking skill of +7, which is really good. I don't think we have any guys that are really assigned to cooking right now. You're looking at now, and it looks like they all suck at it.
Now, cooking is honestly not something I've gone too much into. So the requirement for food is, or the food management of the game is kind of lacking.
Okay.
So I see this becoming more relevant later on. But you can build a grill and you can make different foods and stuff. However, the ability to get those ingredients to make the food is not there yet. I mean, they exist, but I've never gotten the game to that point where I could just do it.
Right.
So, let's see. So cooking would be good, but I don't know. I think I might, let's see, uncultured. Refuse to do job art. Ugly crier. So we have a bunch of vomiters. So let's go with Camille. She seems pretty awesome. So I think we're gonna do. Let's see. I think we're gonna do Scuba.
Okay.
Do you know if he goes by Scuba or?
Yeah, just Scuba.
Oh. Oh, come on. Okay, my game is kind of wigging out. I couldn't type. So let's try that again.
Just finished up a glass of wine. What's everybody out there drinking tonight? I'm drinking wine that my wife didn't like because it was too sweet, which means it's good for me because I don't like dry wine.
My game's... Now keep in mind this is early access.
Yeah, sure. Yep, no, of course.
Okay, just had a little...
I mean, I'm very impressed so far.
Alright, so we are now going with Scuba. Alright, let's unpause the game. And Scuba already has a bed built, so that's great. Now, if you look, we are low on resources. We need to get a whole bunch of copper ore. And we also need to set this to collect everything. And we're going to copy those. Alright, so now we need to get some copper ore. So we're going to build this like this, and we are going to collect all that, and collect all that, and let's unpause. Let's set priority 9. And we need to do something with water, because if you look, there is pee all over the place, and that's pretty gross.
Yeah.
And we got immune systems going down. Oh, look down here. So there are different little settlements that you can kind of get to that have little cool things. Some of them, they can add different traits to your characters that you didn't normally have. And I haven't really found too many of them, but there's some pretty cool things. Now another thing to watch out for is I just went into the germ overlay. Some of these biomes that are nearby have a lot of germs in them. Now, if I go over this, it has slime lung with over 800,000, well, almost 800,000 germs. So if we go near that and don't wash our hands and stuff like that, it's not going to be good. Alright, so I'm going to pause for a second. And let's see, we don't have a wire connected there, so I'm now in the power overlay. And from the power overlay, I can see what I'm generating, what I'm storing, and what I'm using. So I'm only using 60 watts, not too much, but one thing I need to add, I gotta make room for a supercomputer, which I believe is quite a bit larger. So I'm gonna put this 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, somebody in the chat here is saying, don't you need to fix the room's oxygen like in Doc's room? My wife just came home. I'm going to jump off for a second. You guys can keep chatting. I'll be back in a minute.
So if we look at the oxygen, just to go over that, since we cleared this wall here, it's kind of evened out a little bit, so it's not too breathable, at least not for scuba anyway. But we're definitely gonna get a lot more oxygen evening out a bit as it goes. And what I plan on building here is going to generate additional oxygen, which will be good. So let's see, now we got a good battery. We've got oxygen generation. Let's see, we can pause for a second. Let's check the report. So we should be generating, we're generating 4,500 grams, but we're removing 600 kilograms of oxygen. So as this runs, we should produce, let's see, let's pause for a second. So it's emitting 166.7 grams per second of oxygen, but it's using 183 grams of algae. But we have 5,000 kilograms, so we should be okay for a little bit. But we need to get rid of this. We need to get rid of some of this polluted water, and we need to start bringing in and using some good water. So in order to do that, we need to, let's get a basin for dirty water, and I'm gonna put that, I will put that right here. So let's see, I like to do, let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's cancel this. Put a little thing there. We want plumbing. We want a bottle. Oh, too low. Plumbing. We want a bottle emptier here. And we need to make this a bit lower, because this is going to eventually, I'll clean that up later. This is eventually going to be our primary water basin, so we want this to be big enough that we don't have to mess with it later. So there, and here. And then we want to dig this whole thing out. And at the same time we're doing that, we want to start collecting this clean water. So in order to collect the clean water, now I don't want to dig down because this polluted water will go into the clean water, and that's not good. So what we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be a regular ground here, and we can put this, let's see, 1, 2. Okay, put that there. And now we can put a little doorway here, and this doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4. sure. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, that's right.
I have returned.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey.
So, what I'm building now is we're getting some areas that we can pick up clean water and ditch off some of this dirty, nasty water. And we also have water, oxygen generation now. So now, unfortunately, because of this room being so far back, it's going to take a little bit, but we'll get there eventually. Let's mop with high priority.
Cool. So I don't have much longer to stay. You obviously can keep playing as long as you fucking like, but I have to bounce off in about 5 minutes or so. Got to get ready for work in the morning. Hey guys, hey everybody. Glad to see you, James. How you doing? Merc Drake, welcome. Looks like we got 8 people watching now, which is actually it's about normal for one of my normal streams.
That's pretty cool.
If it's not RimWorld or Minecraft or Quiplash, usually 8. A normal number for a late night unpredicted stream. We're watching Oxygen Not Included, which is very much like RimWorld on a 2D plane. It reminds me a little bit of Terraria or what's that fucking dwarf game I like to play?
Dwarf Fortress?
No, not Dwarf Fortress. Although they all kind of remind us of Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress started it all. No, actually, I'm thinking of Craft the World. Very similar, where you're looking. Oh God, you're looking at the side of a base. My wife came home. She brought me some buffalo flavored bugles, and they really get you. Oh man.
I don't know if you noticed, but what I did was I just went to research, which this is your research tree. These are all the things that you can research. Well, we're low on food, so we need to research some food things, and planer boxes are pretty stable for right now. So I'm just going to get some planer boxes, and we have, I'm doing research? I thought we had somebody else better. Oh, I guess I am the one doing research. Alright, yeah, creativity moves down there. Power, you can come off power, because I thought, okay.
Weird guy asked, can't you clean the water? I'm assuming that requires a higher level of research.
Correct. So if we go into research, we can find distillation, and here you can produce clean water from polluted water using sand. But you can see the whole path that in order to get there, I need plumbing, I need filtration. Although you don't necessarily need to use filtration in order to do it, but definitely need plumbing in order to pump the water. So for right now, when I mop, it puts everything into these little containers. And once I have a little area here, I can go in here in liquid and tell it to automatically dump the nasty water into here. And everyone's going to bed. Actually, I'm going to turn off that auto bottling. Alright, so we need a food source because we got a decent amount of muck root through digging to at least give us some food in the meantime. And let's put this here, and let's put that across there, and that there. Alright, so now that we have this dug out,
I'm going to start wrapping up my portion of this live stream, and you guys are welcome, of course, to stay and watch Sergeant Sin play Oxygen Not Included. In fact, you're encouraged to do so, and talk to him and give him some advice, ask some questions, all the normal live stream stuff. But I'm going to head out, and anything before I go?
I'll try and keep an eye on the chat. I was kind of looking away.
Yeah. You got to focus a lot on a game like this, man. It's like you don't want your guys to die, but sometimes you just have to like slow it down or pause it to take a look at the chat and really catch up.
I'm going to build another oxygen generator.
I see your dude running in the wheel there. Fucking hamstring it.
That's you.
That's me.
So, as you see, I moved the another oxygen generator down here. I like to just
Right.
move electricity
Right.
along the ladder, so you can't really see the wires and stuff like that. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I just like to make it look pretty if I can.
Yeah, make it nice and compact. No,
Uh,
same thing with RimWorld. To try to keep it inside the walls and stuff. But
so I
with
just
RimWorld, sometimes the wires can explode, setting things on fire. So
these I don't know. I don't think they have fire yet, but the
mhm.
wires definitely do break and need to be repaired and stuff. So I just turned
Yeah.
on auto bottling. So now
Hmm.
it's hard to see, but they're taking the pee bottles and they're
Yep.
dumping it in here, and now it's going down into here.
Okay.
So we're picking up all the polluted water. Now,
It's getting dumped into your
oh, we
shit
ran out of
tank.
research. So let's start this because that's going to be high priority. So we need to get food. Um,
All right, guys. I gotta head out. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Have fun. Later.
all right,
Peace
Phil.
out.
Catch you later.
See ya. Bye.
All right. So what I did was I just built a bunch of planer boxes. Now hopefully we have some seeds. We have some. Oh, good. We have mealwood seeds. Now, mealwood is a very easy plant to maintain. Temperature between 50 and 86 degrees Fahrenheit, um, with basic air pressure, and it can grow in oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide. Um, if you actually put your farm into carbon dioxide, it will actually keep it from expiring sooner. So your stuff actually stays fresh longer. But if you um, build the proper storage items, it's not really that big of a concern to have your stuff expire. So what I'm going to do is we're going to plant some mealwood, and I'm going to copy all this and copy all this. And then once these guys wake up, we're going to get some new, get a little farm going. Let's see. Oxygen looks quite a bit better. Let's check the report for disease is getting a little higher. You can see that Scuba is actually pretty stressed out, probably because Scuba is sleeping in the area with little oxygen. We also have oxygen generated is okay, that looks good. We're in the plus there. The calorie generated, we're not generating any food, but we're losing some stress. And just to show you the stress, here's the barracks, and you can see that each room reduces stamina recovery. So when they go to sleep, they get back some of their stress. And oh, we got a mop. Let's see. Let's dig over here. And where is everybody? Okay, so these two are running, although I didn't power. Power should only be one person. And what we can do is we can set the power down to 10. Let's do 10%. So they only run on the generator when it goes down, when the batteries go below 10%. So right now, batteries are doing pretty good. We got oxygen generation going, but we're using a lot of research. Now, another thing that's pretty cool is as you are doing actions such as digging or research or running, you increase in your skills as well. So you might notice little pop-ups over here in the top left that say, "Oh, your skill level has increased." Okay, cool. So now we have water generation. So now we can actually collect fresh water. Oh, that was kind of silly. She just took bottled water from here and pumped it out there because that's useful. Hey, we just got a new duplicant. So that means we need another bedroom. So let's do this. And we want to deconstruct this wall. And we want to build, let's build another 2 bedrooms. dig these out. And furniture we want in here. Alright, let's see what duplicate we want while this goes on. Wow, 11 in medicine. And obviously a good caregiver. Goes to the bathroom a lot, so maybe we'll see if this one works out. Let's see what else we got. We'll not do dig. That kind of sucks. We need someone that'll do dig. Will not aid, but it's pretty strong. Decent cooking. Good to carry a lot of stuff. Wow, all the women are pretty good. Medicine's good, but ideally you don't get people sick, so we're not gonna really worry too much about medicine right now. But her stress response is ugly crier. She will literally just sit and cry and make a big mess of it. And I believe Haley was the last person, or was the next person that said something after Scuba. Actually, no. Jacoby or Jacoby? 864. So let's go with Jacoby. And it's doing this again. Doesn't want to let me type certain letters without I wonder if that's a, let's see, I alt tab to go back in and see if maybe that'll fix it. Nope. Yeah, I had to trick it. Oh, now it won't let me type numbers. There we go. Alright, so let's print you. And you passed right out right at the front door. So let's see. Now, you may notice that I could go expand right into here. It's very important when you first start that you don't expand too far, because then you need to generate oxygen for all here. Now, it might have very breathable for right now, but that'll go away really quick. So you want to make sure that you are on top of where you need to expand your oxygen, and you would then need to generate for all this area. Now there is some water up here, which would be nice to get into here, but we have this that'll go into there eventually as well. So I actually have a decent little polluted water in here. Guessing that's from the bathroom. Okay, there's a little bedroom. Oh, I need to clean that up. Actually looking pretty good. We still have a decent amount of algae. We've got food generation going, although we haven't actually made any food yet. So a decent number of muckroot. Let's see, how are we on research? Okay, we need to actually, forgot, this was in the latest update. You have to actually research the building to do intermediate research. So I forgot to do that. So hopefully I can do that research pretty quick, but we're not doing too bad. We have 5 duplicates. Our stress is relatively low. Do you guys have any questions about, different things you want to see, or maybe some explanations? We got some liquid pump stuff that we can do now. Pretty soon we're going to have showers and bathrooms. We'll have to plan out where we want to put those bathrooms, because we don't have too much room to really expand without getting into some germy areas. So we might have to put the bathrooms up here, And let's see, usually I like to, so we have med bed, which you need a toilet and one table and a med. Okay, let's likely spread disease. Sleeping in bed will restore additional. We got that. Alright, we got a latrine. So they need a toilet and a wash station. So we should make a bathroom up here that has a shower and a toilet and then a hand washing station. That'd be pretty nice. We need to pump this somewhere to get cleansed. So actually what we can do is, let's break this open and we can build a little pumping station in here for cleaning. Oh good, we got the research. So now, stations, now we got our supercomputer. Put that there. And when they wake up, we will get back to that, and let's get back to this. Get the research going back from distillation so that we can clean our gross water. And let's see, we want to figure out how big it is, so we'll have to wait for that. But one thing that we're going to need to do, we're definitely going to need a liquid pump. So let's put a liquid pump here. And I know eventually I'm going to dump more stuff into here, so we need to get a circling, gotta get a nice cycle going for water and stuff. So, got the pump built. Now, power, so one of the things that's important to do is maintain your electricity. Now, it comes down to, you can actually run out of, or put too much wattage on the lines. Now, right now, we're still pretty good. 420 watt is our max of the 1000 watt on the wire. But as your base grows and you add more oxygen generation stuff, that grows pretty quick, and then you actually need to have separate circuits, which can get pretty messy if you don't plan for it properly ahead of time. So let's see, our research is going pretty quick on these. So let's see, what else do we need? We want to, let's dig this out. Nice. And we also want to start moving up here, because after we get this refinement, then we're going to, whoops, then, where is it? We are going to start researching healthcare, which here we have shower and sanitation stuff. We got mesh tiles, we get a sink, so that'll be good. So once we're done with this, we'll build that sink. And then we'll put our, let's see, we have enough room for another bathroom here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we can do, oh, did not mean to click that. That'll give us up to what, 8 duplicants? That's a little, that'll be a little bit of time. That should be good. Oh, someone has skill increase. Oh, Jacoby. You made a new friend. And we gotta get rid of this bathroom because it's pretty gross. We get a lot of germs in there. Let's see. Trine, got a wash station. Now we should probably have this wash station down so that people can wash their hands when they're done with the bathroom anyway. Because if we go to the germs, there's pretty nasty germs. Now what's in here? There's probably polluted dirt. Yep, polluted dirt in there. So we actually want to get polluted dirt out of there. Because we want to move polluted dirt into a compost pile. Let's see, refinement. pitch. Put that there. Did we finish? Nope, not yet. Almost. Making progress. So one. Just getting an idea of where we're going to build out in the future. And we'll dig down into here, but there's not much in there that we really care about. And here you can see some chlorine gas, which is really cool. Has some really cool things that you can do with it. That I can talk about a little bit, maybe a little bit later on. Probably not in this game if we're going to be playing this round a little bit longer. But basically you can see how these have germs on them? You can take these, put them into a chlorine gas enclosed area, and the chlorine will actually kill the germs on the storage containers. So you can use that to sanitize your storage containers. Really cool the way that they do things like that with this game. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think this should be good. Oh good, we're almost done. We also want to compost. We're going to put a compost pile there. I actually made this too far down. Let's cancel this. Something funny might happen. Sometimes they build the buildings on top of each other's heads, and then they actually get their heads stuck in the stone, which is pretty funny. And we need to deconstruct this, and we're going to put the compost in here, and let's put it behind a little door. And hey, almost got the research finished, finally. Alright, anyone watching has any questions or anything? You guys seem pretty quiet in the chat. Oh, 1 second. I managed to click on the chat. Nope. That game will be back up shortly. There we go. Oh, cool. Thank you. Okay, so we finished our research here, and now we want to do sanitation. So now while they're sleeping, let's... Ooh, we got another duplicate. Let's build a water sieve. So we want building intake and output. So green is the output, and white is the input. So we can rotate this around, but as is, that's pretty good. Let's put it here. Build this here. So now they put dirt in here, and that turns it into fertilizer, and then you can use the fertilizer on the planter boxes. So I'm going to pause this so that we can build up some plumbing stuff. So So this is liquid pump pumping out into here, and we want to, let's see what's the best way to do this. Let's do this way. And we need to figure out how we're going to build this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That was kind of perfect here. And a little bit of germs, but not too bad. And we want to, we want to cap this off. So I'm going to do this for now. And build this in here. So lots for them to build now. And we got our meal lice. That's what comes from the wood. They actually breed meal lice, and then we eat the meal lice. So let's see if, let's pause for a second. We are generating 1,600 calories, but we're eating 3,800. Now, that may not take into consideration, hey, here we go. Yesterday, produced 9,600, removed 5,600. So there's quite a few cycles that go through here, and there's a few ways to speed this up. You can put it in light, you can do other things, but generally, when you have a couple of them, it goes by quick enough that you actually get them. So let's see who our new duplicant is. Now, sometimes you can wait, and you don't necessarily need to get a new duplicant every time you get a new one. So this one we have irritable bowel, so they take longer to go to the bathroom, which is not great. But they're great at digging. This person eats a lot, and they can do underwater, go underwater pretty quickly. This one learns fast, which doesn't really matter too much, but will not dig. And digging is majority of this game. So, although she has irritable bowel, that's not the greatest thing right now. But we're going to have a pretty sweet bathroom, so let's bring on another female. So who's next in the order? I think it was did I get Haley? Oh, I think it's Haley now, actually. Hey, Craze. Welcome to the stream. This is my first time doing something like this, so I'm more than open to constructive criticism, and if you have any questions about the game, feel free to ask. Doing this thing again. I think I need to make everyone's name in all caps, and it will let me actually type it. So now we have, oh, actually I think I spelled it wrong. I think there's a Y. Hayley. Yeah. And welcome to the group, Haley. So, now we have another duplicant. Nice, so how's our oxygen? It's a little weaker down here, but they shouldn't be there too much, so that shouldn't matter. We do need to put power into here, so we're going to need to figure out power a little bit, because our current draw is 420, and once we add that, that's going to be another 240, and that's another 120, which probably would be the end of our circuit. I guess a little bit more we could have. Maybe 360 plus a 420, it's like, what, 800 something? So we could maybe put we couldn't put another deoxidizer on there, but we could put another pump here, which with another pump we can then dump all this clean water into and mix it in with this dirty water. Now you may not really want to do that, but the problem with having a separate clean and a separate dirty is that it can actually, if this gets dirty, then you have unfiltered water going into your stuff. So I tend to put everything through my water sieve and just kind of do it that way. So I'm going to build a liquid pump, and we're going to put it all the way at the bottom in here because we want to get this empty. Although we could dig a hole here, get this to fill up, and then dig here and get this to all fill up with water and put it down here to pump into there. You know what, now that I say that, that sounds like a pretty good idea. So I'm going to build one all the way down at the very bottom here. Because don't we have someone that's a fast swimmer? Oh, and it's bedtime. Oh, I gotta... Crap. I think I just undid some of our plumbing. No, I didn't. Okay. Deconstruct buildings. To there. And make sure. And here you can see the pipes and the walls. But I'm going to cover that with this. Oh, no research. Let's get some more research done. Let's get some decorations going. That'll help. That'll help reduce the stress a bit. Ooh. Some people are getting sick. So we need to get these bathrooms up and running sooner than later. So let's see, we need a mess hall, so we can build some food here, and we can build the bathroom over here. So let's pause for a second, and let's see, we got a shower. We can do 2 showers, and 2 lavatories. And Trine says toilet station, wash station, maximum of 64 tiles. I don't think we'll be over 64 tiles with that. So then let's do a medicine. We can then do let's see, this one, all diseases, 120,000 per use. What's the benefit? We need to put liquid intake and outtake. You know, let's put a sink. And then, let's make it pretty, I guess. Put a little door here. And then we'll make another room, and this will be our mess hall. In order to have a mess hall, we just need 1 table. So let's see, furniture. Oh, we don't have mess table done yet. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by. So let's see. We are now digging down. We're going to try and dig in the water here, and let's also dig in the water here. Got some mealwood, so this water should just dump into here, and then we will, oh, wrong button. We'll dig this out as well. Okay, so let's give that a second. Now we might need to start looking into some, I got a decent amount of coal, so we can look into some, coal electricity, and we can build a coal generator maybe somewhere up here. Well, this is kind of like our, let's close that. Unreachable bed? Oh. We got entombed. We must have done some digging up here and it dropped down onto the bed. Unreachable build. We're actually doing pretty good on oxygen. Hey, we dug this out and now we got the water draining just like we planned. And we got the oxygen that was in here bubbling up into our area here. So now when we cut this, when we dig this out and we start draining water here, all this should drain into here, and then that's a lot of water to pump into here. I don't know if this is big enough now. That might not be too great, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, we don't have much oxygen here. So one of the things that we can do now, which we don't actually have the tiles, so once this is done, we'll research it. But up here, no, where is it? Here we have airflow tiles. So you put a few airflow tiles between each room, and then it'll make the air flow through the tiles. Because right now they can't. So oxygen mitigation, or not mitigation, but oxygen flow is kind of inhibited by doors and walls. So the airflow will let it flow right through, which will be good. Let's get the rest of our pipes built. So we want building intake. So that's all these here. And we want building output, which is here. And we want this to go there. So now we'll have the, and we want to run that to there, and that to there. And that should give us enough water flow and power. Oh, no, we can deconstruct this. That'll give us enough water flow and power to have some bathroom going. Just gotta do some catching up. And we also need to get some water bottling. Okay, so we need to pump up there for electricity, and let's do the same thing for pumping. So here, if we go to the pumping, now we're low on resources here. There's no liquid down here. It's very limited. So now we're going to start pumping all this clean water up into here, and it may or may not need to filter it here. And then we can get rid of this outhouse once we have the bathroom ready. Let's see, did we get the... Nope, still doing that, because we need water here. So, as you can see, there's a lot that you kind of need to maintain at the same time. I mean, you've seen Phil do, I'm sure, more intricate games than this. But it's pretty fun because, I mean, things can get out of control pretty quickly. Like right now we have immune system. Jacoby is getting sick. We have Haley getting pretty high stressed out, which I'm not sure why. Oh, because she's sopping wet. And she doesn't want to do work, because apparently there's not work to be done. So let's find her something to do. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a 4 there. 2, 3, 4. So we got there. And now we're no. Doc had to step out for a bit. He's done for the night. He has to work early, but he was on for a bit. He said some people from his stream wanted to see oxygen not included, so here we are. We're 12 cycles in. Apparently we've been playing for over an hour. I wasn't really thinking I was going to play this long, but game can be... oh, now we're actually low on generation. Now we're out of power. So we need to add someone else to power. Let's see who's got good athletics. These two do. Actually, but you're doing research, so you should not do power. So let's dig this out. And let's put this ladder down here. we need to get plumbing. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. And now we have a water pump that should last a while. I need to dig this out. Alright, something happened. Oh, new duplicant. So we currently have 6, so we need to dig this out so that we can support more. And let's see, I don't know who's still watching the stream, who we should add in. If you're here and you currently do not have someone named after you, type something in the chat and we'll maybe name a character after you. I'm not sure if everyone that's currently in the chat has been named after or not. Oh, look. Scuba is currently cleaning the outhouse. Alright, Nemi. Let's pause for a second. Let's see what Nemi, who Nemi's character is going to be. So we got Squeamish and Small Bladder, Diver's Lungs, so good consumption rate, great stats here. Creativity, it's okay. Athletic, Squeamish, Twinkle Tones, so it's good athletic, but don't really need athletic anymore. I think this is going to be Nemi. Oh, forgot all caps. It says there's 5 people watching, so I don't know who all those people are. So here's Nemi. Welcome to the welcome to RimWorld, but space. And let's throw in some more furniture. And here we go. Oh no, let's slow this down a little bit. If you look, now we have liquid pump coming up. You see dirty, polluted water as well as clean water coming into the water sieve, and then comes out clean, goes up this pipe, and then distributes into both the hand washing station, the 2 bathrooms, and the shower. So what we can also do is, let's say so they only have to wash their hands going left, so they come in, don't have to wash their hands, they can use the bathroom, and then they have to wash their hands when they leave. So now we have a latrine and a barracks. Next we're going to build a mess hall. Let's see, did we research mess hall? Ah, this is what we need to research mess hall. And now we got some water, so we can do more research. This is filling up. I'm gonna have to keep track of this because this will fill pretty quickly. Now I can also just stop there. So let's see, we got 1 person running. Oh, that was quick. Did that seriously just finish? No. How are we doing on oxygen? Pretty poor there. That's because we opened up this whole area over here. Let's see how we're doing on food generation. Okay, we should be, well, it's a lot of food now, but we should be okay on food for a while. Haley's pretty high stressed. Let's see why, if we can see. She likes to punch people to show her affection. Everyone's too afraid of her to tell her it hurts. So let's see. Why is she stressed? Ah, drab decor. So great. Now what we can do is we can spruce up the place with some paintings. So this is our decor overlay. Here you can see how pretty everything is. Now, it's not very pretty in here, and this is where we want it to be pretty. So we're gonna add all these paintings. think I can add one in the bathroom. No. So now we're going to build all these paintings, and that'll boost everyone's stress in here even further. Well, boost doesn't make it lower. And you know what? We can add some. I can't add sculpting blocks, but we could add a lamp, and that'll add some light, which will definitely cheer some up. But you have to put power in there, and we can put light bulbs in and stuff. Because if you look in this overlay, which is really depressing, you realize that they've been in the dark this entire time. They have no light. But it requires a lot of power to do all the lights and planning and stuff like that. And they seem pretty okay without having lights. I'm actually going to deconstruct this toilet because we have two high-flowing toilets right here that are nice and clean. And we have a sink and not pumping. Oh, right, I didn't do that ideally. Let's change this up a bit. You don't want to have output feeding output feeding output, because then it might not flow water unless someone's actively using it. Oh, actually, you know what? It looks like they may have fixed that. So it looks like it'll actually flow through it. So that's good. Other times you might see it get backed up. Now, if you look at these paintings, it's important to have someone with high creativity doing the artwork, because if you have someone with poor creativity doing the artwork, they will actually make the paintings very, very ugly. And then it doesn't have the same decor effects. So let's see, do we have anyone else with better creativity? We have 4. 6 is the best we've got, so far doing okay. So let's see, look at the decor now. See how much that changed? We made it way better in here. And if we go and look, it should show the stress is way better for this room. Now, also furniture. Now we got mess table. Alright, now we've got... What if that was their style? And maybe it is, but everyone else seems to care for better paintings. So now we got 8 mess tables in here. So now we're going to have a nice little, pretty much a whole area in here for our duplicants. And let's put flower pots in the rooms. And then we'll have pretty flowers in all the rooms as well. And put some briar plants in here. Oh, need more research. Let's see, what else should we research? We need some... Don't need that yet. Don't need fossil fuels, although... Oh, we need better power. Yeah, that's what we should do. So let's see, you guys are using a bathroom, great. And it's pumping, perfect. Power is definitely an issue for us right now. As you can see, we're not doing too good on generating electricity, although I don't know why only one person's running. We have multiple people that should be running. But she's the only one that can do art, so that's not going to do too well, because when she's doing art, she can't be running generating. So we need to find a way of generating more electricity and storing it better. Now we're pretty well spread out. We can do more. We can extend these, but we're actually okay on food generation, although the food's not refrigerated, and we don't necessarily want to add more electricity, because let's see, if we check the line, yeah, see, 1020 watts, we're just over our circuit. So generally we should be okay, but if everything is trying to run at the same time, we can overfeed the line and actually burn out some of the wire. So you definitely want to keep track of your circuits and make sure that they're on somewhat of a thing together. So we're pumping clean water up from down here into the contaminated. I more look at this as a central reservoir where we then pump everything into the cleaner to then feed everything. You can absolutely pump it into 2 separate containers and then have both of them feed into here just in case. Too many times I've had like a clean water basin, and then next thing you know, one of the duplicants gets sick and throws up in it, and now I have contaminated water going to my stuff because I didn't have anything to clean the water between them. Let's check. Let's check decor. Whoa, look at that. That's some good decor there. Now, you can absolutely still have a clean water containment and have both of them just feed into here, which is fine. You might get to that point. I mean, I tend to lose interest in around like 100 cycles or so, and when I have like 20 duplicants. But I mean, it'll change. And one thing I've definitely learned is that you can't plan for late game. Oh, look, a glitch. It looks like a little lightning bolt. You can't really plan for late game too much ahead. You might end up. We need better oxygen generation. That's what I need. I need to get. Oh, I have them. No, that's mesh. I need airflow. It's this one. Yeesh. I have to do it after I get coal. Anyway, but yeah, you can't plan too far ahead for your late game as early on. Otherwise, you just grow out way too far. You kind of need to break things down, put them back together and stuff as you go on, in order to make better progress. But I usually stop at that point and start a new one over and replay this whole thing multiple times. Although, honestly, this might be one of my favorite bases with one of these. Now, another thing we can do when we need to add more people is we can get rid of these flower pots. Although they're greatly bumping up the decor. Oh, there's a lot of debris in here. Let's build more of these storage. Oh man, food decayed as well. We need to get a, let's see, ration box? Meal ice. Oh no. There we go. And speak of, we have room for another duplicant. So let's see. Do we have any available beds? Oh, we have an unassigned cot. And we happen to have we have we have an unassigned, let's see, copy settings. An unassigned mess table as well, so but 8 might be our limit for now. Let's see, who do we have? Not going to construct, that's not great. Anemic. That's not too great. Interior decorator, but we already have that. Oh, this guy farts a lot. It's not necessarily a negative, doesn't do too much, but it's kind of funny to see someone fart constantly. So let's pick up Gossman. Who do we have in the... do we have anyone in the chat that wants to have someone named after them? I don't know if there's anyone else in the chat. Or was there anyone else in the chat that I could still name after that I missed prior? There's James, there's Merc, there's Craze. I'll give Craze one. Okay. So as you can see, they're picking up all the stuff, dumping it into here, and cleaning it up. Now when they do that, the decor is getting better and better. These two need to be painted still. Better decor means lower stress. So let's see. Hey, why don't I have a mess hall? One table. No industrial. Oh, we're missing the ceiling up here. And it's bedtime. Let's see the reports, how we're doing on food's dropping a bit more now, but we should be okay because we can always extend this out. Let's see how we're doing on actual seeds. We can do 27 more plants, so that's good. We can definitely get a decent farm going. Good. Wash your hands. See how the germs look. Surface germs look good. You can see the dirty water coming down, all the germs in here. Now, one of the cool things that you can do is you can put something in here that'll increase the water temperature, and as the water temperature reaches a certain degree, it will actually kill the germs, like, you know, boiling water. Oh, and if you look, after we did all the decor, now everyone's stress dropped down to 0, and we're 100% health, so we are looking really good. We just need to figure out how to handle handle power so that we can keep moving and do more research. So we got some more power regulation. Figure we can move this because eventually we're going to need to well, one thing I like to do is I like to actually do air conditioning. So I built a whole thing that has electrolyzers. Let's see, can I show you them? No, I can't show you them yet. There's devices that convert electricity and water into oxygen, but they also produce hydrogen. The hydrogen floats up, the oxygen stays low. So I will dump the hydrogen into hydrogen generators, which then generates electricity, and you can run the pipes for the oxygen throughout the entire base. So you pretty much are dumping oxygen all throughout the area, and you have a little central air system throughout your entire area. Okay, got coal. This is almost done, and then once that's done, we're going to go down here for actual ventilation. We actually might want to start exploring, because if we can find a natural gas generate, there are like volcanoes or geysers. If we can find a geyser, we can then use that to get essentially an unlimited amount of certain resources. There are natural gas, there's hydrogen geysers, there's steam geysers. Let's see, yay, that's a room. So let's put probably losing some oxygen up there. Alright, weird guy. Yeah, I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer. It's getting pretty late. I'm sure my wife would prefer to not hear me talking on stream. Unrefrigerated food, come on, you almost done? Almost done. I'm not sure who the 5 streamers are, but if you have an account, feel free to join the chat, say hi. Oh good, we got all the paintings done. Let's check out the decor. Oh man, that looks real good. Oh, apparently our outfits are also a minus on decor. But 155, 200. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't have good decor in there, but we're doing good enough to keep everyone's stress really low, which is great. Although, not sure why they keep going into the gross water. It looks like there's some sand and stuff down there. Okay, we're getting some food. We got some more power stuff. Though now we are low on resources. We need to collect some raw minerals, and then we got a decent amount here. We got some here. We got some here and over there. A little bit more raw metal there, and tons of algae there. That's good. Other than that, we're kind of good. There's some raw metal, but we gotta watch out because in here, look at all these germs. I'm not entirely sure how you mitigate that. I think you have to have a hand washing station. There's ore washing, and there's all sorts of other things that can go in there, but we're not there yet. Maybe we can take advantage of this chlorine in some ways too. We got plenty of water going through here. Ooh, it's a nice bathroom. Means we're taking care of things good there. Let's dig this out. So we need those. Let's see. We need to get airflow tiles, which we're almost done. And good, that'll give us a manual airlock. Because then we can put a manual airlock here, and it will actually help stop oxygen from leaking up as we start exploring up, because we need to start finding some stuff above. Okay, here's ventilation, and we should have airflow tiles soon. In a little bit, and then airflow tile will just spread around here, which will help us get better oxygen flow into these oops, accidentally clicked off the game, so it's gonna lock up on you guys for a second. So we'll get better airflow around. I almost think we need another bathroom. Why do they need to go to the bathroom so much? They need to go to the bathroom a lot. Okay, I think research was... Nope, not yet. Come on. It's getting there. What can we do in the meantime? We can plan out how we're gonna grow, how we're gonna explore up. Kind of go up this way. And what we can do is cancel this, and we'll build a little alcove here for some extra oxygen. That way we can get some oxygen into here. Alright, that looks good. Let's dig this out because we need the resources. need to put a... Once we get the other resources, we'll be able to put a little door here so we don't lose all of our oxygen while they're out there digging. And that's duplicate number 8, but we don't really have any room for that person right now, so we're going to wait on them. Oh man. Let's see what we got over here. So I don't know if anyone's still in the chat, but feel free to ask some questions or anything about the game. I'm probably going to wrap up soon. I'm actually going to disable this one because we have a decent amount of water in here now, and it's moving pretty good. Good, research complete. So what we can do is now we got airflow tiles. So we want airflow here, 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 there. I'm not going to put airflow here because there's polluted water there and there's polluted stuff here. We seem to be low on toilets. Oh, not pumping. Yeah, I think that's what I was worried. Let's do this. Let's see if this works better for them to pump water. They were complaining about the bathrooms, so they peed all over the floors. Oh, they peed everywhere. This whole place looks disgusting. Oh, and we're starting to get into a food shortage, so that's not good. So let's expand this a bit. And dig out there. Yeah, because we need to find some... Hey, there's actually... Probably go this way too. Let's see what other research there is. Improve ventilation. Don't need that yet. Let's do that because that can definitely come in handy. How are the pipes looking? Pipes seem to look good. Has oxygen. Airflow added a bit. Uh-oh. Everyone's healthy. A little bit of stress. Overall pretty good. Let's see what the report looks like. So let's say previous day. We generated no food, but we ate a lot. We added 50% stress, but we removed 95%. So that's pretty good to keep everyone relatively low and continuing to go low. Scuba and myself ate a lot of food. Let's see, do we have any unreachable food? That's because we are pretty much out of food. That's not good. Let's see if we can get a planter box going. Get some more food up there too. Let's actually make this a high priority. Everybody go there. Oh good. We got some food coming in here. That's great. Definitely needed that. Copy that. Copy that. Copy that. Now we might have a little bit too much food. So we also are going to need some refrigerators. So we need to find something to do with power. I can actually puncture this. All the water will go straight down into this basin here. We're going to have a lot of water down here to get rid of. Let's do that. Oh, I forgot I want to do this as well. Take a manual airlock, move it sideways. Now once the airlock's done, I'm going to have to set to be always open so the water falls down and doesn't just fill up here. And I wasn't fast enough. But you can see water did what I said it would do. And it's also flooding everywhere in here. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. Uh-oh, that might make that not work either. And we have a decent amount of water here. So let's figure out what we can do with that. And let's shut this all liquid. So now they're going to take the bottled water here, put it into here, and dump it into here as well. So we'll clean that up. Alright, so we want to... but this time it's actually after 10:30, so I think I'm going to save up, and I think that's going to be it for the first stream. I hope you, if you were still here from the beginning, I hope you enjoyed it. It's a pretty fun game. There's a lot going on. You could definitely get caught up in and forget to do some things along the way. But it's a good time. If you haven't played it yet, feel free to, watch the video. I plan on streaming again at some point. Just have to see when Dr. Zombie wants to do this again. But if you want to pick up the game, definitely give it a try. It's still in early access, so keep an open mind while while playing. It's a little glitchy sometimes, but the game's really good. Every 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks, they come out with new updates. One of the latest ones they just came out with was automation, where you can do a lot of automated things with buildings, and you can see, like, I haven't even done half the research. You can set it up so that you can automate different sensors getting tripped and doors going on. You can create just a lot of different things in here, or you can just automate a lot of different things like airlocks. Yeah, it's crazy. There's so much. But I'll save this game to only play when I'm streaming, since we have at this point a couple viewers in here, and luckily no one's died yet. We're doing pretty good. So have a good night. Good night, weird guy. Thanks for hanging out for most of the stream. Hopefully do this again sometime. All right. Good night, everyone.